Franklin.
Hi, Rosie O'Donnell.
How are you?
This show has been a very touching show.
I know.
All of those presents to the quadruplets and then Ricky singing to you. I've been backstage crying.
I've been crying too.
Yeah.
I feel like Kathy Lee. You know, she cries every show. Now I'm crying every show.
Well, it's all right. It's all right. Calm. You won't have to cry with me. That clip was about 1,000,000 years old.
It was the first season.
Oh, my. First season? I think it was the first show.
Maybe it was.
Well, look at that hair.
It was when I first fell in love with Anne Romano, along with the rest of America.
Ah, thank you.
Come on, what a
Thank
great
you.
show that was.
Thank you.
Do people say the Anne Romano? Do they stop you on the street and say that?
People are still doing that. Now, we started that show a long time ago. People are still being very gracious and very... Everybody grew up with that show. I don't care how old you are. They're 80-year-old. I grew up with that show. It makes me feel pretty old, but it made a difference, I think, in a lot of people's lives because they were looking at a family that was reflective of who they were.
Right.
You know, as a single parent, and it was the first one, and everybody was in that, or a lot of people were in that situation at that time, and they had nothing to look at. There was nothing at that time to reflect back what their lives were. But I was lucky, you know. I had writers writing my lines for me, so I didn't have to really be a great mother. I could just act like I was one.
Oh, really? Now, did people stop you on the street for motherly tips?
Sure.
They did?
Oh, yeah, sure. And wrote me. And I know we had to be responsible in the show, but, you know, I've never had children. No, yeah. I'm on this show under false pretenses. So, I mean,
well, goodbye.
You know,
We'll be back after the... No, get over here.
I have a wonderful, wonderful mother, and I'm a step-parent, which is a whole other can of peas. And I played this mother for a very long time, but I have never really had children, so people ask me advice, and I'll say, hey, you know, I can't do that. It's like asking somebody on ER, you know, how to operate. I just...
it's not your thing.
It's not my thing. It's not my
wow.
thing. Yeah.
You're a step-parent.
I'm a step-parent, yes,
See, I have a step-monster, step-mother. Step-mother. Did I say monster? I meant mother.
Just slipped out. Just slipped out.
Actually, she's a lovely woman.
It's very hard. It's a very difficult... Look.
No, there
are no rules. It's hard for the kids.
Exactly.
It's very hard for the kids.
It's hard if there's a divorce because the other mom's still around, and it's hard if there's a death because you make the mother a saint in your memory. It's a hard thing.
Very hard. So, on both sides. Really hard for the kids and really hard for the...
We get Ricky Lake back out here. We can go in the audience and talk about people who have step-parents and how they feel today on the Rosie O'Donnell Show. You know,
it's a whole other show.
Now you, Tony nominee.
Yeah.
Applause.
That was a long time ago.
Yes.
Yeah, you gave out the things and the Tony Award things.
I'm going to host
the
Tonys
made the
this
announcement.
year.
Isn't that exciting?
Yes,
Aren't you excited to do that?
You know, Broadway, there's nothing like it. Now, I understand, too, that you not only were on One Day at a Time and on Broadway, but you were on one of my favorite shows, The Munsters. You know, you have the weirdest selective memory, Rosie. I know. I remember this scene. You do. I mean, you do. You have this, like, the strange thing about television, don't you? Can I tell you something, Bonnie? Yeah, go. It was not on your bio, The Munsters. Well, no. And I said in the little meeting, I think she was on The Munsters in a guest spot sometime in 70, maybe 69. I'm not sure what year, but I'm pretty sure. And you were, weren't you? Yeah, I was. You know what? What? We have the club. Oh, my God. Oh, take a look. Bonnie Franklin on The Munsters. Oh, God, where do I get to see it? Right there, straight ahead.
Sure have an uncomfortable bed. I just put my foot in a hat box.
I have no remembrance of that. Honestly? Honest to God. No memory of it? No memory of it at all. I don't ever remember doing that. You're serious? I'm serious. I mean, I know it's me. I saw myself there. I know I did The Munsters. I directed the Return of the Munsters or whatever that was. But I never, I haven't seen that, ever. You don't have it on VHS in your house somewhere? No, I've never seen that in my life. Bonnie, I'm not promising, but I'll see what I can do, maybe get you a copy of that, all right? Yeah. Now, I noticed your necklace, you have a little redhead necklace. Yes, I wore this because when I was talking to your folks before, they asked me about my collection of dolls, and I have been collecting redheaded dolls. It just started. You know, once I dyed my hair, I started collecting redheaded dolls. And the... What's your normal hair color? It's like brown, I think. Like, look, like this color brown under here? Yeah. See that? That mouse? I think it's like that, exactly. Yeah, this is the dyed daytime hair host color. Yeah, and this has been like this for so long, I really don't know anymore. I thought you were a redhead, but go ahead. I know that, yeah. So so people started sending me dolls, and I have all kinds of strange ones. My sister gave me this, which I just love, and I have one that's a plunger that's got a red-headed doll, slippers that are red-headed dolls, and yeah,
how many
I have a lot of them.
You have a lot?
I have a lot. I don't know how many I have. I have them everywhere that I live. I have red-headed dolls hanging from the ceiling, and one that's like a stripper red-headed doll. And
really?
Yeah,
you like that scary old lady down the street who lives alone with a house full of red-headed dolls?
Well, I hope not.
Yeah, because I'm kind of like that with my dolls.
Are you?
I have McDonald's toys. In fact, I probably have red-headed things here. Let me take a look. Oh, well, this you can't. You have these little kiddos?
No.
Do you remember these? This is mine.
No, I don't remember these things. See, you've got this weird memory.
All right, this is a doll that you used to wear in a necklace, and it smelled like an heirloom deodorizer.
Did you do it, did you wear, so in order to deodorize a room?
No, it was a toy. It was like jewelry for little kids in the 70s, and it was little kiddos, and this is one with red hair that I suppose you could have. And look, I know I have a Wilma. Do you have any Wilmas? That's sort of red hair.
Well, it is red hair.
There you go, that's two, and I haven't even planned this. Let me see what else. Zoe, do you have Zoe? She's got red hair all over.
Well, sort of red, but yeah, but that's not, well, okay, but it's not real.
That's not, you don't have to take it.
I mean, it's not.
What about this? Right. The Scooby-Doo girl, she has red hair,
yes,
look.
But it's with other people.
Oh, it has to be a single red hair doll. Some people are picky about their gifts, aren't they? All righty. This doesn't count either, because this is hair.
You're really giving away a lot today, aren't you?
I feel the love in the room.
Yeah.
Do you feel the love in the room?
I do indeed.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very exciting Mother's Day for you, isn't it?
I know, it is really exciting to me.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful.
My little boy is just
wonderful.
delicious. It's the greatest thing in my life.
It's just great. I'm envious. That's great.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I know you do a lot of work with the Stroke Association.
I do indeed. My dad got a stroke. My dad died a couple of months ago, so it's a very strange period for me. But he got a stroke 10 years ago, and he survived for a long time. Went to 6 weddings of his grandchildren and a lot of bar mitzvahs and graduations and all kinds of good things. It was a good time, but I got very involved in its National Stroke Month. And it's just real important for people to know that stroke kills more women than breast cancer every year, and that it's the first leading cause of adult disability, and it's the 3rd leading cause of death. And the warning signs are important, and people should know about it and get in right away. Particularly if there's weakness on one side of the body, that's like a big, big sign. Yeah, if it lasts for 10 minutes, get 911. Get into the hospital, because they have drugs now that if they are clot strokes, they can get rid of it, and you're not going to have the disability that is devastating for the person who has the stroke, obviously, and for everybody else in a split second. Yeah.
Well, that's good for you. Good for doing that. I'm sure your dad is looking down, proud of you doing that work.
Yeah,
but you know what, Ann Romano, Bonnie Franklin?
Yes, Rosie O'Donnell. What?
You're a delight.
Thank you.
Would you come back again?
I would love to. I would love to.
It's got beautiful green eyes, and even though the hair's not really red, the whole package works.
Thank you.
It does. Bonnie Franklin, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back after this break.